Desalination barge to aid Barcelona in coping with drought. Spain. A floating desalination plant with a capacity of 40,000 cubic meter of water per day could help Barcelona meet its water needs amid prolonged drought conditions. Residents in Barcelona are facing the worst drought in history. Authorities believe that the floating desalination plant is a more economically and environmentally sustainable solution than transporting water, as reported by Interesting Engineering on April the 22nd. Previously, Barcelona relied on Europe's largest desalination plant, Llobregat, to meet its demands, but that water source is insufficient under current circumstances. The government will install a floating desalination plant at the port of Barcelona. The facility will be operational if Catalonia's water collection system enters stage 2 emergency drought conditions, expected before October. Stage 2 of the emergency is when reservoirs fall below 10.95%. In that case, water consumption will be restricted to 180 liters per person per day. Authorities plan to use a total of 13 desalination facilities, including 12 mobile units in the Costa Brava region to the north, and the floating plant installed in Barcelona. The floating desalination plant will be equipped with all necessary technology, producing about 6% of the water consumed in the Barcelona metropolitan area, approximately 14 million m3 of water per year. The produced water will be stored in reservoirs before being distributed through the network. For the Costa Brava region, the 12 mobile desalination plants, costing nearly $10.7 million, can meet about 35% of the water supply needs there. According to David Mascort, Minister of Climate Action, Food, and Rural Affairs, the decision to purchase mobile desalination plants is based on a 5-year utilization period. This is the time needed for other critical water-related infrastructure projects to become operational. The floating desalination plant has no mooring costs and does not affect maritime traffic. The facility produces about 40,000 cubic meter of water per day, over 50% more than the average of 25,000 cubic meter per day if transported by ship. The cost of water production from the floating desalination plant is also significantly cheaper, at $6.40 per m3, compared to $10.70 per m3 when transported by ship. Earlier this year, after more than 1,000 days of drought, provincial authorities declared a state of emergency. Water use restrictions affect 6 million people in Barcelona and 200 towns, accounting for over half the province's population. Currently, residents of Barcelona use 160 liters of water per person per day. Last year, the Spanish government passed a $2.35 billion plan to help farmers and consumers cope with prolonged drought. New reports from the Copernicus program confirm that Europe experienced nearly record-breaking heat waves in 2023, with severe wildfires. European temperatures were above average for 11 months of the year. Heat-related deaths are estimated to have increased by 94% in monitored European areas. Stay up to date with the latest science news on the Science News podcast. We bring you the most recent developments, discoveries, and breakthroughs from the world of science. Tune in regularly to stay informed and engaged with the ever-evolving landscape of scientific research and innovation.